GIFT City is considered as a foreign territory. There is no currency risk. We use AI not only for strategies but also for the risk management. None of the trader job has gone.
GIFT City's biggest weakness.
To be honest, the global buy-side player.
How is GIFT City different from Mumbai?
Mumbai is India specific. It was envisioned by our current Prime Minister, who was the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, Mr. Narendra Modi. He actually envisioned the idea of the creating an IFC, which is International Financial Center, on the lines of the Singapore, Dubai, London, Hong Kong.
His company is nominated for the same award as Citadel Securities, CME Group, and Nasdaq. He was just on CNBC Awards breaking down the biggest policy change for India's financial hub in a decade. He helped move 100 billion per month market from Singapore back to India. Ghar Wapsi. His name is Nitesh Jaswal, CEO of JP Capital IFSC. And today he's going to tell us about financial market, GIFT City, and what AI is actually doing inside the financial market. Welcome to the AI Bridge, Nitesh.
Thank you, Kundan. Thank you for having me in your show.
Nitesh, I want to start with a specific date, July 3rd, 2023. The day SGX Nifty became GIFT Nifty. For years, India's benchmark derivative were trading out of Singapore. And then in one move, that market came home. You were at the National Stock Exchange, leading business development for NSE IFSC. You did roadshows across the country, convincing broker this would work. Take us inside that day. What did it feel like when the first trade went through?
So actually, Kundan, it was a very historical day, and thanks for reminding me. It was nostalgia, I would say, and it was not a one move. If you see the move start somewhere in 2018. Let me brief about what is Nifty and what is the importance of Nifty for NSE. NSE had started their operation probably in 1994, and 1996 they have launched the benchmark index, which is Nifty. It's a combination of the 50 shares. The way Sensex, BSE has their Sensex, NSE has a Nifty. And 25th September 2000, they have an agreement with Singapore exchange, where they have lent their index for trading on the international exchanges, so for SGX. So it's 25th September 2000 onwards, Nifty was trading there. And finally, I remember 12th February 2018, Indian government has issued a circular saying that the no data of Indian market will go to outside. That means we need to stop all the cross exchange agreement, indices agreement with any other exchanges we have. And that's how, I would say the idea of the GIFT Nifty has created.
You did roadshows across India, Kolkata, Delhi, multiple cities. Were brokers excited or nervous?
So Kundan, we have not done the road shows only in India. We also done in Singapore as well. And it was a joint road show between the SGX team, SGX Business Development Team, and NSEIF Business Development Team. And so there was, they were not nervous. They were, actually, curious whether the same data will able to handle or not. Because the volume was huge. Then we have ensured them that the same matching engine, the same IT system, the same technology which NSE is using from last so many years. NSE, if you see, it is the Indian largest exchange, derivative exchange. Also, probably we have around 83% market share, 83% market share right now. So that they are handling billions and billions of the orders per second. So the same technology is already used in NSE IFSC as well. So that's the confidence we have given to them. And of course, the if there were some queries whether there will be a change in margin, there will be a change in timing. So what we have done, we have replicated everything so that user, the member does not feel any difference. So that's basically the technology has been used. Where if they're the trading is there doing in their same terminal, it is actually getting traded on NSE IFSC exchange. So technology wise, everything was at par. The cost wise, the timing wise, the margin wise, everything is on par. So that's basically give everyone a confidence. And yes, when the final, the 3rd July, the shift has come, it was a very warm moment for all of us. So I remember that day we have done the first day around 113 odd $1 million turnover. So that was a huge success. And probably the 70% volume shifted on day one itself. and the remaining one came after a few months because most of the broker were not ready with their technology because some changes need to be done on their side, and few of them were so okay, we will see if the liquidity is actually going on or not. So that's basically. But the day we started, from day one, it was a super success.
But since you mentioned you also did roadshows in Singapore, so I have a question. Uh, there were skeptics who said Singapore would fight back, that Gift City wasn't ready. What did you tell them?
So actually, it was a joint effort, as I told you, between the NSC, the SGX team, and at trying to the the government of India as well as government of Singapore. Everyone actually worked, and our regulator. I should thank here. The IFSCA. They have played an excellent role. Especially I remember Mr. Praveen Kamath, who's the GM of the Capital Market Division. He was spearheading from the IFSCA side. It was a smooth thing. I mean, it was never a competition. It was a win-win joint venture.
Let's talk about Gift City, because this is something our viewers need to know about, and you have lived inside that ecosystem. Gift City is India's first international financial service center right there in Gujarat, designed to compete with Singapore, Dubai, and London. You have worked inside it. Your company now operates from it. Nitesh, you had also worked in Dubai for 4 years, which is also free trade zone. So tell our viewers about Gift City. Give us a real picture. What it's actually like to do business there. What I have to do, or what your company have to do business there.
So Kundan, for your viewers, I would to explain what exactly GIFT all about. So GIFT stand for Gujarat International Finance Tech City, and it was envisioned by our current Prime Minister, who was the then Chief Minister of Gujarat, so Mr. Narendra Modi. He actually envisioned the idea of the creating a IFC, which is International Financial Center, on the lines of the Singapore, Dubai, London, and Hong Kong. So they have a free trade zone, a area earmarked where we have ease of doing business, the tax clarity, there is no currency risk. So all these things basically are part of the international financial center, and that's how the IFSC has been created. And in 2015, when the regulation actually started for the gift city, and that's how the ball started moving. In 2016, BSE started their operation here. They have set up an exchange called India International Exchange, and I was heading the business development for the India International Exchange that time. And so, 9th January 2017, the exchange has been inaugurated by our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi. And 16th January, actually, the trading started. And within 6 months, so 5th June, I remember, 2017, the NSE also started their exchange, the NSE International Exchange. So
Nitesh, can you explain, because you have used a lot of terms which is uh, quite known in your domain, but a lot of viewers who are not from financial domain. You mentioned NSC, BSC, IFSC. How are they different? Like, what is the difference between National Stock Exchange and the Bombay Stock Exchange? If you can just tell us in simple term for the viewers who are not from this industry.
India capital market, basically they have the two major exchanges. One is the NSE, which is the market leader, and the BSE, which is the Asia's oldest exchange. BSE is basically completed just 150 years very recently, and NSE had started in 1994, as you mentioned earlier. So, and they both the exchanges have set up their subsidiary in GIFT City. BSE subsidiary known as India International Exchange, and the NSE subsidiary known as then NSE International Exchange. And here the advantage is everything is traded in dollar terms compared to the Indian market. We call it onshore market, where the equity market runs for from 9:15 to 3:30, and commodities market run from 9 to 11:30, sometimes 11:55. But here the market operates for almost 21 hours. For example, NSE starts at 6:30 in the morning. Basically, the pre-opening starts at 6:15 and runs till 2:45 a.m. the next day. It's a break of between around 30 or around 50 odd minutes. Similarly, the India International Exchange start at 4:30 a.m. in the morning and runs till next day 2:30 a.m. And everything traded here in dollar terms. Just for your viewer, if city is considered as a foreign territory, though it's in India, it's situated in Gandhinagar. It's in Ahmedabad, Gandhinagar, twin city. and with a common airport, Ahmedabad, and it is just 20 minutes away from the Ahmedabad airport. Very planned city. 886 acres has been totally earmarked for this. Out of that, 160 is a special economic zone, which is basically for the for the IT companies and all this thing. And 220 is the financial center. So GIFT City is India's only smart city and India's only financial SEZ.
That's fascinating.
And the main idea is to know onshoring the offshore. When the GIFT City created, it's a walk to work concept where people can stay also. Like we have various residential unit here. We have two 5-star hotel here, the club, the hospital is going on, the school is there running, probably around 2 to 3,000 students are studying here. So it's a complete ecosystem has been created here.
You guys have also set up your company there. So what JP Capital is doing?
So JP Capital started in 1994, and we are the one of the founding member of the National Stock Exchange. And Mr. Gaurav Arora, who is the chairman and founder of the JP Capital Group, is a visionary person and who has created, and you know that India's third stock exchange, the United Stock Exchange, basically created by Mr. Gaurav Arora and JP Capital. So in 2008, so there were 29 banks, all the banks basically. So 23 the public sector bank, 5 private sector bank, and 1 foreign bank, which is Stancy Bank. They also taken their stake in that exchange. First time it had happened in the history that all the 29 banks have taken stake in that exchange. So 2008 is has been created, and 2013 it got merged with the Bombay Stock Exchange. So so Mr. Gaurav Arora and JP Capital, they have created India's third stock exchange and probably world 57th stock exchange created by us only, by same group. And we have our subsidiary from 2001 onwards in US, and we have also subsidiary in Singapore as well as in Dubai. And this is the fourth subsidiary, which is the JP Capital, which I'm heading here. So we are basically into proprietary trading, but we also provide services to clients. The FPIs, FIIs, basically we provide clients, and we are one of the largest prop trading firm across all the exchanges. Recently, we have been honored by the FOW in Hong Kong as well as Dubai. So we are one of the largest prop trading firm. We use automated trading, and of course, the artificial intelligence is part of that, without which the strategy will not run as good it could be. So in GIFT City we started in 2024, and we are the trading cum clearing member of the NSE International Exchange.
Can an entity trade in global exchange by setting up their entity in GIFT? Or is it necessary to set up an entity to trade in GIFT City?
So there are 2 points. If you want to trade on the gift based exchanges, right? So we have 3 exchanges here. The NSE has their setup, BSE. Now we have a bullion exchange as well, India International Bullion Exchange. So if you want to trade those products as a client, you don't need to set up here. Wherever you are, you can open an account with one of the broker here. Like for example, you want to trade into the market, you can trade through JP Capital. We will help you opening the account and you can start trading.
Yeah. So Nitesh, since we are right now talking about GIFT City, so I would like to know, or our audience will also like to know, what are the various advantages of setting up an entity at GIFT City?
There are a lot of advantages. First thing, if you are setting up an entity here, you'll get a tax holiday of 20 years. So it was 10 years out of the 15 years, but recently in the union budget it has been announced that it is now from 20 you will get tax benefit of 20 years out of 25 years. That's a very important thing, because you got a long term clarity, and post your tax holiday period the tax rate will be 15%, which otherwise if a foreign company set up an entity it will be 35%. So it has already been cleared, that so you are getting long term clarity. Apart from that, from capital market perspective, if you trade here, there is so in onshore exchanges like NSE, BSE, all these things, you have to pay certain charges over and above the exchange charges. So here there is no STT, the security transaction tax, no commodity transaction tax, no stamp duty, no GST. And apart from that, you will also get a lot of benefit of from the ITES policy, which is the information technology enabled services policy of the government. So a lot of advantages there, not only the tax benefit, and it's basically you will get the global capital access if you set up an entity here. it follows the international regulatory standard. And we have a super regulator IFSC, who's basically is making the thing easy. They are every day, I would say that they are working to ease of doing business. That's the biggest advantage you will never get anywhere. If you are coming to Gift City, don't think only from the tax benefit. Anyway, you are getting it. But the international standard, the international law is applicable here. It's a dollar denominated investment, no currency risk. So everything is super here. So you can come and you can set up a shop very easily.
But if I already have an entity in NSC or BSC, do I need to create an entity in Gift City as well?
So yes, as I told you, this is a foreign territory. Consider this as a London, Singapore, and Hong Kong. So though it's in India, but it's a carved out zone. It's a foreign territory in itself. So the way you are setting up your entity in Dubai, Singapore, London, the same way you have to set up an entity here. So obviously you have to set up a sub. You can set up a subsidiary route, or you can come as a branch. Both routes are available.
You are also the director of Altus Fund Management IFSC, which is a domiciled in Gift City. Please throw some light on what your fund does and what's the USP of this.
I'll come to my fund, but before that, just for your viewers, why people are setting up their fund here. So you'll be glad to know that most to 200 fund management entity, basically the fund manager, are setting up their shop in Gift City already, and close to 300 AIF, the alternative investment fund, are already registered in Gift City. Now, what's the advantage? There are obviously the tax advantage, but the biggest advantage is that those who want to trade in India, basically we call it inbound. So usually what happens is when you set up a fund, and that fund, if they want to access the Indian market, they have to take the FPI license. FPI is the foreign portfolio license, which is a mandatory for a fund to take it. So if you are setting up your fund in Singapore, London, or anywhere in the world, there is a criteria that in your fund, at least more than 50%, the investor should be a foreign resident, and remaining can be your NRI. But in Gift City, if your fund is domiciled in Gift City, then 100% NRI are there. You don't need to follow the same thing. If your fund is domiciled in Gift City, then you don't need to follow that 51, 49, 50, 51 criteria. It's very simple. If you have 100% NRI also, then also we can trade on the Indian exchanges. That's the biggest advantage. So those who are accessing the onshore fund, the onshore trading, they are also setting up. If you say this, there are ratios around 70 to 30. 70% of the fund were trading onshore, and there are 30% the fund approximately were trading onshore as well. So it's a give up perfect complete, don't need to go to any other country. People are actually moving from other countries to Gift City. Now, talking about our fund is quant algorithmic strategies fund. So we have a FME called Altus Fund Management, as you rightly mentioned. Under that, we have a fund called Quant Algorithmic Strategies Fund. The best part about this fund is that there is no entry or exit load. In last 41 weeks already over that we have given performance. None of the week we have incurred losses. So every week is profit. It's a weekly NAV concept. The minimum investment $150,000. And the best part is the management fees 2% we charge. We don't charge upfront. So for example, you want to keep your fund for say 6 weeks. We just pro rata charge you 2% for 6 weeks only. So that's the biggest advantage. And also, the return we have generated around close to 9.2, 9.3% net to the client, which we have given in last 41 weeks. All the details are available on our website, altusfundifsc.com. And we publish a weekly NAV. No quarterly, no 6 monthly, every week. If you want to invest for a 1 week also, you can invest on our fund. So that's the biggest USP of our fund, and we are doing very well.
Who all can, since you mentioned NRI many times, so who all can trade in gift-based exchanges? Because of course, for person like me with an NRI and a lot of my friends, you mentioned there are a lot of benefits, and you said I don't have to pay tax or something, but I still am liable for paying tax in my home country, right?
Correct. So we don't charge the entity, in Gift City. There's no capital gain tax or no income tax. Wherever country you are from, you have to pay tax there. It's not that we are deducting tax, then you have to claim and all these things. So here if you trade, there is no tax. And basically if you see, there are around 34 million of Indian diaspora and if they want to trade on Indian market, for example, they have to open NRE, NRO account, a lot of things. Here it's very simple. If you are an NRI, you can come, you can straight away open an account here. So you are from Norway, so from your Norway bank account, you can remit fund directly to us in dollar terms, and whenever you want, you can take back your fund. You can, there is no tax, no STT, no CT, no stamp duty. Your cost of transaction is actually, in a mathematical terms, Kundan, if you trade the same Nifty in India from your NRE, NRO account, and the same Nifty futures, which is a replica here, GIFT Nifty, obviously the size is a bit bigger than the Indian one, but cost wise, it's 30 times cheaper, almost, for a prop trading firm. And for a client, it's almost, 15 times cheaper. So you'll get advantage. First of all, you don't need to convert your currency to the local INR. Use the state, you can send us dollar and get back dollar. Its market operates for 21 hours. There is no currency risk. Margin is also very less compared to what is there in the onshore market. So basically, I would say the NRI, are welcome here.
So basically, what I understand, it's like a heaven for trading for NRIs in Gift City or
Uh,
through Gift City.
I don't want to use that word, but the ease of doing business for NRIs and for foreign residents, it's definitely there, no doubt about it. And thanks to the regulator who is coming up, I told you, every single day. The best part is here, they are consulting from the market and then they are implementing and they are coming up with any guidance. First, they are consulting. So consulting approach, is superb here.
Nitesh, SEBI, which is the regulator for India capital market, are they also a regulator for Gift IFSC?
No, then SEBI was the regulator for GIFT City. Actually, what happened in 2019, a bill has been passed in the upper house of parliament. Then the idea was created that you should need a unified regulator. When we say unified regulator, I'll just, as for example, Singapore has MAS, which is called Monetary Authority of Singapore. India, we have RBI for the banking, SEBI is for the way which we are running till 20,000. So Singapore has MAS, which is Monetary Authority of Singapore. It is the regulator of the banks as well as the capital market. Similarly, Hong Kong HKMA is the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, the same unified regulator. So this is a very common concept when it comes to the IFC. So GIFT City also, it was a need that we should need a unified regulator. In 2019, as I mentioned, probably 12th February 2019, a bill was introduced in Rajya Sabha. And in 27th April 2020, the IFSC Act has been created. The 1st October, we have a unified regulator, IFSC, International Financial Service Center Authority. And the first chairman was Mr. Injeti Srinivas. So he was there from 2020 till 2023. Later on, it was taken by Mr. K. Rajaraman, who's the current chairman.
Since you are mentioning these chairmen, you are also the chairman of Gift Broker Association. Could you please let our viewers know what exactly the role of a GBA?
So it is very close to my heart. And the idea of creating GBA was, there was a vacuum which was there. The ecosystem does not complete unless you have an association. Association, just to give you an example, in India we have ANMI, called Association of National Stock Exchange Members of India. We have BBF, the Bombay Brokers Forum, which is a member of the BSE. Basically, they are the member of the BBF. We have CPAI, called the Commodity Participant Association of India. If you talk about the international, we have ASIFMA, and there are other. So in GIFT City, there was no association for the broker, and the role of association is very simple. It's basically the bridge between the participant and the regulator, participant and the exchange. So it's basically provide a very consultative approach. So that we have created Gift Broker Association, and the role is just to make sure that what is beneficial for the entire capital market ecosystem should be there. It's not like what is important for me, what is important for you, because we need to survive. Exchange does not have business if there is no, if member will not participate. Similarly, member will not participate when there is no exchange. So I mean, this everything is linked. So the best part of Gift Broker Association is basically all the members here. Every month we have a meeting. We have conducted last month 8th meeting and this ninth meeting also very soon. So every month we have a meeting. We discuss on what else we can do. Accordingly, we suggest to regulator, and they were very kind enough to listen to our views, and whenever they want, wherever they feel it is important to change anything, they do that. We are getting support from all the exchanges, we are getting support from regulators and everyone, it's and all the members are also very happy that if some association is there where they can put across their thoughts, their view.
Happy that they are really having a great person leading that initiative right now.
Thank you, Kundan. But the as I told you, it is it is the interest of the Gift City. I am hearing Gift City 2016. I have seen this place. If you ask me, I want this place to grow, and have seen from one tower to almost 40, 50 towers here, and more than 28,000 people are working. That time maybe around few 1 or 2, 3,000 people are working, and now it's 28,000. In the next 4 to 5 years, I am expecting to the new tax clarity, and more than 100,000 people will be working in Gift City. And currently there are close to 1,100 entities who are uh, presence in Gift City. This number definitely goes to around 3,800 to 4,000 the next 4 to 5 years. That I'm sure about it.
Since you mentioned these things, so and you are in Gift City from the initial days, but after building Gifts Nifty for the National Stock Exchange, you made a big move. You became the CEO of JP Capital Services Limited. For people who don't know, this is not a small fintech, which Nitesh has already told us previously. This was founded in 1994 and it has offices in India, Singapore, Chicago. It's a member of CME, Eurex, ICE, NASDAQ, NYSE, SGX, basically every major exchange on the planet. And on top of that, there is a subsidiary operating right out of the Gift City. But that's a massive canvas. And you moved from one side of the table to another. Tell us more about it. Throw some light.
So, I think I have now completed the entire circle. I started my journey with one of the leading prop trading firm in India. And then probably working for around 14, 15 years, I went to exchange, and I was lucky enough to work with both the exchanges, the Bombay Stock Exchange as well as the National Stock Exchange. And now, when coming back to JP, it's like completing a full circle. And we have a great plan in Gift City. It's not that we are coming here just for ordinary business for trading. We have a very good plan. So we are in touch with the Gift City authority, and we want to create, a legacy of the JP group in Gift City. And we are very confident that the passion which my chairman and founder Mr. Gaurav Arora has, it will be a reality very soon. Because the man, basically what attracts me, when I joined JP Capital, is basically the vision and dream which I have seen in the eyes of my the my boss. When I met him, what excited me is basically his idea about what he want to do in Gift City and what his vision about India. That's something which really excited me. And that's how I'm part of the JP. I'm very happy, to work with him because he have done a lot of things in the past, and till now he is doing. And definitely the vision, which he has for the Gift City, which also I also shared the same vision. Definitely, we will, very soon you will hear some big news about the JP Capital IFSC.
Yeah, I wish you all the best for that journey, and we will be closely watching you and success of what's coming next from JP Capital. But here is something I have been curious about. As a CEO, you are in a unique position. AI can make your operation faster and cheaper, but it can also make your competitors faster and cheaper. And it might make some of your team's roles obsolete. So, honestly, does AI keep you up at the night or does it excite you? Where is the line between this helps us and this threatens us?
Honestly speaking, Kundan, I was the one who basically implemented that idea of bringing the automated trading system. And probably that time the algo system was new for everyone. I'm talking about 2006, 2007. So but we implemented that thing, and you believe me, none of the trader job has gone. In fact, the volume multiplied. So it's a myth that if you are using any technology, it will reduce the man count. I think it will make you more efficient, and create more business opportunity for you. So we are a tech friendly company. We use AI for not only for strategies but also for the risk management. When we are in the trading market, we have to continuously monitor many things on a real time basis. 1 second delay is not acceptable. So we aggressively use. Honestly, I would not feel that AI will make us redundant or this. Is basically a complement to each other. Your knowledge, your skills, and technology, as well as the upgradation of whatever the AI is bringing. So I think it will be a win-win for everyone, and none of the job will go. Basically, what I would say, it will create more jobs.
That's a very exciting thing you're saying. I'm really happy to hear that because this is a fear in the market. We also see that in IT. It's giving you the productivity boost so you can create more. It's an augmentation rather than actually replacement. So,
Absolutely,
yeah,
absolutely. I totally agree with you, and I've seen this from so many years. And actually, it will increase your productivity. It will increase your business, and also it will make your your people, your colleagues, more smarter. What else you want? If your team it's smarter than you, or as smart as you are, what else you want? Definitely,
correct.
it will grow. And I'm sure the gift city, the way it is progressing. Again, I'm repeating the role of regulator here. It's super. It's a principle based regulator, I would say. So no, they have ease of doing business, and every day they are coming up with some consultative paper or some new circular. So that basically it's keep us on to okay, what next, what all we can do. So there are a lot of things we can do here. Like the global market access. So if you are setting up an entity here, you are allowed to trade the entire world. Where else you get? Earlier people used to go to Dubai, to to Singapore, to London to set up their shop there and trade international market. In gift, if you set up an entity, you can trade all those markets, and that too tax free. So you are you are there in your own country. You are not going anywhere. In Ahmedabad is just from Bombay is 45 minutes flight. From Kolkata it's 2 hour 30 minutes flight. But Delhi is 1 hour 30 minutes flight. It's in the hub, the central hub, with all these complete ecosystem.
Mm. Nitesh, I heard there are two type of charges, one proprietary and one for client. Is it necessary for prop trading firm to set up an entity to get lower cost?
So Kundan, this is right. This is applicable for the gift nifty. Actually, when SGX nifty moved to gift nifty, as I told you, we have bring everything which was there, the same margin, the same timings, everything was similar. So we also got this from Singapore, where there were two type of charges. One is for client and one is for the prop trading firm. So prop trading firm charges 40 cents if you're doing your prop trading, 40 cents each lot. And if you are a client, $1.50. We have not changed anything. We just bring back. So yes, we got many queries. That people wanted to. They said we are a proprietary trading firm, but we don't want to set up an entity in Gift City. But how will get the benefit here? So there is something called the remote trading participant. So RTP basically the remote trading participant allow you, if you are a prop trading firm, to get the same cost, 40 cents, because if they are not setting up the shop, they will be treated as a client. They have to pay $1.50. Like for example, me, if you as an NRI want to trade, you have to pay $1.50. But if you are a prop trading firm having a big volume, you definitely want to set up, but you don't want to set up here just to trade on Nifty. So remote trading allows you to get the same 40 cents cost benefit. You just take remote membership from the exchange, and you can start. But you cannot be a clearing member. You can just be a trading member. So I think $10,000 is the annual fees which the exchange charge. You become the remote member, and you can do clearing through any of the clearing member. Like for example, JP Capital IFSC is a clearing member, so you can just be the clearing member. We'll help you to set up your to take up your trading membership, and we can provide all your clearing, because clearing member is not permissible in the RTP model, so they can get the same benefit. So yes, to answer your question in a simple words, if you want, you can set up an entity. You can do your own trading come clearing. Don't want to set up your shop, you can still get the same benefit. You take remote membership, and you can start clearing through any one of us. Like JP Capital can happily provide the clearing services.
Great. Can you also throw some more light on the global market access?
So Kundan, 2021, IFCA, as I told you, the 1st October, they have, set up. 25th November 2021, circular has been issued where they have permitted, if you are entity based off GIFT City, you can trade any international exchange. Recently, it has further modified. So now they are providing you a license of global market access. So you can become a global access provider. So means if you are setting up an entity, you can trade on the international exchange, and also if you want, you can provide the entity based out of GIFT City to the other exchange access. So we, JP Capital is also one of the global market access provider. So any entity, if they want to trade on the international market, they can come and they can trade.
Nice to hear. So our next section is a rapid fire round. Are you ready for it?
Yes, Kundan, shoot.
Morning person or night owl?
Both actually. See, this, as I told you, market, we operates for 21 hours, right? 21 22. And we never know when the volatility comes. So we have to be on toe. So even, I'm sleeping, my phone is still on. Any emergency, any can come. So basically morning to night. So we have to be on toe.
First thing you check in the morning, market or messages?
I have this habit from 2007, 2006, 7. The CNBC app, which give me a global picture. So first thing in the morning, the CNBC app I open. It tells me what happened in the US market, what is happening in the Asian market, the Hong Kong and all this thing. And then, so this basically my, the start of the day.
Your favorite book?
There are many books actually, You Can Win by Shiv Khera, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey, Jim Collins, Good to Great. So these 3 books basically, I love to read.
GIFT City's biggest strength?
I think the infrastructure as well as the regulator.
GIFT City's biggest weakness? Be honest.
But to be honest, the global buy side player are still yet to come. So that is basically something that we all need to look into this. How can we bring the global buy side players to make to bring more liquidity?
Crypto, future of finance or overhyped?
To be honest, crypto is not permissible in GIFT City. But if you ask me, I think tokenization is the next big thing. Which will be coming to GIFT City very soon, and that will be something which personally I'm looking forward to it. Tokenization will be the big thing in GIFT City next, definitely.
In one line, what is GIFT Cities really about? What role regulators play, control or enable?
So they are actually enabling first, and then whenever necessary they can control. That is what we have been witnessing this. So they are very proactive, and as I told you, it's a consultative process they are doing. It's a principle driven regulations which they are doing it.
What makes IFSCA regulatory approach unique?
Consultation process. So before bringing any new circular, they have this consultative approach. So they consult, they publish consultation paper, and where we can put your view. So we give from association also, give broker association also, we take a combined view of our members and represent. So that's basically very unique.
What first pulled you into financial markets?
Numbers, number crunching. I am from I love numbers basically. So I think maybe
I
that's the
also heard
reason.
you are a human calculator.
Not calculator in the sense, but yes, I hardly use calculator. At least for 2-digit multiplication, I don't use it. 3-digit, yes, just to save time. But yes.
Why did India need an IFSC like GIFT City?
See, because Indian capital was globalizing faster than Indian regulations. So that's what the need of GIFT City was there.
What problem does GIFT City solve for global investors?
Predictability, Kundan. As I told you, we have a tax clarity of now 20 years, and after that 15%, post the tax holiday period. So there's a regulatory certainty as well as the international standard which we followed. So basically, that's the thing which actually GIFT City is solving for the international investors.
How is GIFT City different from Mumbai?
Mumbai is India specific, India centric. GIFT City is globally oriented.
What matters more, strategy or execution?
Execution, Kundan, because a poorly executed strategy will not give any result. So
What's the
execution is
biggest
more important.
what's the biggest unlock still pending?
I think the global buy side player need to be need to become on Gift City, so that will bring more liquidity.
How important are industry associations like Gift Broker Association?
They are very important. They take the ground level reality into a policy driven. So that's basically the important of the association.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Why does Gift City matter in India's financial channel?
So it's allow India to compete globally, without compromising any regulatory integrity. That's I think the Gift City matters.
What distinguishes Gift City from other financial centers?
Regulatory clarity is there, and as I told you, faster decision making and alignment with the international best practices. It's basically what distinguishes from the other IFC, according to me.
What does Gift City signals to global market about India?
See that India can design a globally competitive framework tailored to its strength. That's what basically Gift City is signaling, and that's we are daily witnessing.
Apart from capital market ecosystem, what other activities are happening in Gift City?
Kundan, as I mentioned you that there are the three stock exchanges already here: the India INEX, the NSC International Exchange, India International Bullion Exchange. We have here one depository as well. And you'll be surprised to know that there are more than 38 banks are operating here. So all these bank have their international branches. Out of the 38, majority are the international bank, like Stancy, Citibank, HSBC, Bank of Muscat, First Abu Dhabi Bank. They all are operating here, and the combined asset is more than 100 billion, which they are handling now. Apart from that, we have four international university campuses here: Deccan University, universities of Wollongong from Australia. From UK also we have got the two universities here, the Belfast University, I think the Queen's University is Belfast, and the Coventry University. So they are they already got their approval. So in total there are four universities, two are already running and two are yet to start their operation, which they will start very soon. Also the ship leasing, the aircraft leasing, the insurance, the fintech startups, and fund management are growing rapidly. So overall, Gift City is becoming a complete international financial ecosystem, not just a trading hub.
Nitesh, how do you rate IFSC's leadership in capital market?
Kuntan, I already mentioned, IFSCA is a unified regulator, and under the leadership of Chairman Mr. K. Rajaraman, the entire team is working with a clear vision to make the Gift City as a world-class financial jurisdiction. If we talk about the capital market division, which is headed by Mr. Pradeep Ramakrishnan, he's executive director capital market, and under him the primary and secondary capital market as well as the fund management business is there. So in the primary and secondary market, capital market, his team, Mr. Praveen Kamath, Mr. Arjun Prasad, and their team, they are doing a commendable job. And on the fund management side, Mr. Pavan Shah, Mr. Mihir Upadhyay, and their team, are doing an excellent job. If you see on the development side, under the leadership of Dr. Dipesh Shah, who is the executive director development, and his team are playing a crucial role in bringing the foreign universities, the insurance company, the aircraft leasing, the ship leasing, and other global institutions to Gift City. And I should also mention here, the Mr. Tapan Ray, who is the former MD and CEO of Gift City, for his leadership of making Gift City, infrastructure a truly world class. And I would also like to appreciate Mr. Sanjay Kaul, who is the current MD CEO of Gift City, for keeping up the same momentum which Mr. Tapan Ray had left. And Mr. Sanjay Kaul's recent visit to the World Economic Forum at Davos has helped bring Gift City into the global spotlight and strengthen its international positioning. So overall, the coordination between regulation, development, and global outreach is very strong, and IFSCA is playing a very crucial role here.
A lot of great thing happening in Gift City under the leadership of all the people you have mentioned. That's really nice to hear. How can an NRI or foreign resident trade on Gift City exchanges?
As I told you earlier, that we JP Capital provide the services as well. So if any NRI or any foreign resident want to trade the product which are listed on the Gift City basis, then they can approach us. And if very few documents are required, they do not need to open any separate bank account. Whether if you want, you can do that in Gift City, you can open a bank, but it's not mandatory. you can remit the fund or the margin, directly from your existing bank account, overseas bank account. And we provide both online as well as the mobile trading platform. So you can download the app and you can start trading once your account is there activated. So you can start trading immediately. And as I mentioned, that there is no capital gain tax, no stamp duty, no STT, no GST. So the cost of transaction is very less. And there is and it's a 21-hour market, which actually suits all the NRIs and foreign citizens, and they can trade as per their respective time zones based on where they are. So basically it will be a good opportunity for them if they want to take participate in the Indian growth story.
Final message to global viewers watching Gift City.
So India is no longer just a growth story. It's becoming a global financial platform now.
This has been incredible. From Gift City story to the FAO International Award nomination to the real talk on AI, you have given us the kind of insight you don't get from textbooks or news headlines. Thank you.
Thank you, Kundan. Thank you.